Hi everyone. Okay, I've been hearing this question being asked lately. What is the best method used to apply glitter to a tumbler? So today I am going to show you guys the 4 methods that I know of to apply glitter. So I have this cup here and I've already spray painted once with spray paint. And I have it sectioned off for the 4 different methods. The first one I'm going to show you is going to be Maj Podge. And this is basically like a beginner's. Everybody uses this when they first start. Reasons to use this would be maybe if you can't spray paint or have an area to actually spray in your house, you would use this. This is what I have in my house right now. But I know there's a dishwasher safe Maj Podge. The thing you need to remember with Maj Podge, the curing time is, I believe, 72 hours for it to actually be dishwasher safe if you're going to go that route. I don't like this method at all. I only use this if I'm doing like an intricate design and I need little areas done like with small paintbrush. I don't like using this on a larger tumbler because Maj Podge dries really fast. Also, if you do it too thick, it'll leave streaks. Depending on the color glitter, you'll be able to see it. This is not my preferred method. But again, if you don't have an area to actually spray with the spray adhesive or with your spray paints, this would be a good way to go for you. So I'll show you this method first. So the trick to this would be to do very thin coats. Also with Maj Podge dries very fast. So you have to work quickly. This is why I don't like to use it, because if you're doing a large cup, you have to do it in sections, or you have to work really quick to get it done evenly. Or else if you don't, then you have to wait like 30 minutes for it to dry before you add your second coat. And I just don't have the patience for that. So once you add your Maj Podge, you're going to take just your glitter and you're just going to dump it in. I'm going to be using this light color just to show the difference in the way that the glitter adheres to each method. So this is the Maj Podge, and you can see it would need another coat. I missed a spot right there, and it's just very see-through. So this would need another coat in my opinion. And again, you would have to wait about 30 minutes before you apply the second coat. Again, it had to be in a thin layer. So this is with Maj Podge. And then next I'm going to be showing you with a spray adhesive. So spray adhesive is something like this. I know a lot of people use this. I'm all out actually, but I don't really use this anymore. This is what I started with. After I realized that Maj Podge wasn't for me, this is what I started using. But I've outgrown it and I found a better method for myself. Also, I don't like how sticky this is. So when you're spraying your cup, if it gets on anything else, it's super sticky. And I had glitter on everything. I was sticky all over myself, sticky on my surface. It was just, for me, it's just too sticky. So I'm actually out of this. Another method I've heard of and I haven't tried is a hairspray method, and this is what I have right now. So this is what I'm going to use to see if it sticks. I never tried it, but I know a lot of people have been talking about using hairspray and they've liked it, so we're going to give this a try. So we're just going to spray right on my area and we'll see how it works. Again, you just want to dump your glitter on there as much as you want. So this is the spray method. So to me, this would need another coat as well. I don't like how see-through it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try to respray it one more time and glitter it right now when it's still wet without waiting and see if that's better and faster. Okay, here it is. It's definitely way better. You can see the difference. This is Maj Podge. This is spray. So this is definitely way better. And it works. So the next step would be to seal it and epoxy it. So I'm actually okay with that. Okay, the next step I'm going to show you is actually going to be my favorite method and the one I always use. And it's basically I spray paint my cup and apply my glitter straight to my spray paint. And I typically, for myself, I like to match. So if I was using teal, I would spray teal and then just glitter right on top of there. I wouldn't use white for my teal, I would just spray. But for today, we're just going to use the white just to see the difference in them. And also show you the tricks to touching up when you do use spray paint so that you don't have to use a spray adhesive. And I'll show you, if I need to touch it or respray it, I actually use my sealer. And I'll seal it and then just glitter right on top of my seal. And then, so I'm going to show you that. I'm going to actually go outside and spray this real quick. And then I'll come back in and we'll do that part. Okay guys, so I just went outside and I sprayed my cup. And then I'm just gonna now glitter it. And I use any color spray paint or any brand. I use the Rust-Oleum, I use the Crayon, but I know that for white, definitely you need to get a premium spray because white is very hard, and if you're using it to do white glitter, it tends to like separate or it'll dry, crack. So I usually buy a good white. The other colors I just buy whatever, Crayon, the Rust-Oleum. I don't buy the real cheap 99-cent ones. I just don't like those. So here's what it looks like with the spray paint. So I would like another coat on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use my sealer. And I'm using this one today. I buy both. Again, I buy Rust-Oleum or I'll buy the Crayon. I actually like the Crayon better. But this is what I got this time. So this is a glossy finish. And this is what you would use to seal it before you epoxied it anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and spray that and then re-glitter this one. Okay, so here it is. So this is Maj Podge method. This is the spray adhesive method. And this is the spray paint / sealer method. Now, the spray adhesive worked pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. The reason I do spray paint is it's faster. I don't have to wait for the paint to actually dry before I spray the adhesive. I can just do it right on the paint and boom, one step done. I don't have to wait 30-45 minutes for paint to dry. I can just spray it right there. Reason why you wouldn't use it would be obviously if you don't have somewhere to spray. I just walk outside. By the time I come back in, it's still good. I know summertime is hotter, so you have to work a little faster, but for me, even using the spray paint with the sealer is a lot faster for me. So the last method we're going to do here is going to be the epoxy method, and a lot of you've seen it. It's pretty easy. I don't do the epoxy method really unless I'm doing chunky glitter, because I don't like to waste my epoxy. It's plain simple. It's just an extra step for me, and if I'm already painting the cup, I might as well just glitter it while I'm painting it and get that done and sealed and ready to go. I mean, again, if you don't have somewhere to spray, that'd be a good option, because then you can just epoxy and then glitter, and you won't have to worry about sealing it. You can add your next glitter right over that, and or your next epoxy layer right over that, and not have to worry about it. So that's that. I'm actually going to do the other layer. This should be dry enough. The Maj Podge should be dry enough for me to do the second layer, so that we can get a good look of what they actually look at with 2 layers of glitter. Okay, so I'm actually going to go ahead and add my second layer to this Maj Podge. And it's still a little wet, and so you don't want to move the whole glitter around, so it's more like a tapping it in between there. And again, you have to work kind of quick with Maj Podge because it does dry fast, and you have to try to get that layer real thin. You can't have these like streaks, because if you do, it'll leave the glitter bumpy or like risen. You'll be able to see where your streaks were. And this is the reason I don't like to do it, because you can see already this is taking me longer than the first time to apply this, just because it's bumpy. It already has a layer on there, and if you're doing the whole cup, you would have to work kind of quickly. I generally just use this for touch-ups. If I after I've already epoxied it or something, I notice a chip in it, or I notice just something a flaw that I don't like, then I'll go in with my epoxy real quick. Or if I'm doing a specific design and I need a small line or something that I can do intricately, then I'll use Maj Podge, but only then. This is not my favorite method. Also with Maj Podge, I've noticed that even after I've had one for like weeks, it was very easy to strip. Could be a good thing, I guess, if you need to strip cups, but I don't really strip cups too often, and I don't want to give my customer a cup that's easily, I don't know, strippable, I guess, or comes apart. I just feel like it's not for me. So there it is. Again, you can see I've already missed a piece right there. The rest looks fairly good, but then again, like I missed a corner, I would have to go back in there and fix that. And then again, I'd be waiting another 30 minutes before I could start applying your sealer. And usually you want to seal a couple times before you epoxy, so that's another 30 minutes in between each time. It just, for me, this is too time consuming. I don't have time for that. So I'm going to go ahead and mix my epoxy, and then I'll show you guys the epoxy method. Okay, I'm back. I got my epoxy all mixed. As far as the brand, I used to use the Aluminite all the time, but I actually had a problem with a product once, and their customer service sucked. So I use Pro Marine now. I only use Aluminite in like a pinch if I ran out or whatever. The only real difference, I actually like Aluminite. I actually like Pro Marine better. It does have a smell to it that the Aluminite doesn't, but I just like it better. I like the consistency of it better than the Aluminite. It seems to last longer for me. It's more runny, I guess you would say, but that's just my preference. Anything would really work. The one you can get at Hobby Lobby and Michael's is the Aluminite, and the bottle, I think the small one is like $17 or something, but it honestly goes a very long ways. So I'm gonna add my Aluminite to, or my epoxy to the cup, and I'm actually gonna add very little bit, because if you add too much, your glitter will actually soak and you can see it, and it's just a waste of glitter. So you have to add a very thin layer. I'm actually gonna pause my spinner for a second. So I've added very little bit. I'm just gonna take my finger and spread it, and that should be enough for this cup. I mean, I've added very little bit. You don't want it to be too drippy or too much. Like I said, if you do, it's gonna soak up that glitter. And then now I'm gonna go ahead and add the glitter to that. You do want to put something on down so you can catch the excess glitter, obviously. Okay, so that should be good for my Maj Podge, or my Epoxy Method. Okay guys, so there you have it. The different ways to glitter a tumbler. There's no real right or wrong, it's just whatever works for you. I'm trying to get this to focus. You can see they all fairly look the same. Just your preference. So this is Maj Podge, or this is the spray paint. This is the epoxy. See, I missed a couple spots. Maj Podge. Spray. And spray paint. And that's it. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to answer those for you. Thanks for watching.